Hi, everybody. It's Diana with stampingwithdi.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Mimeograph Monday with a twist. And I'm actually live today. Usually I watch off to the side in the chat and watch live with you, but I had some issues. I got my video all taped, and for some reason, my editing program didn't like it. I don't know what was up. So I thought, you know what? I'll just upload it directly to YouTube without any editing. And they didn't, and then YouTube didn't like it either. So I don't know what was going on because I didn't do anything different with that video that I usually do. So I thought, you know what? Instead of trying to do it again in case I had issues, I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna go live today. So hopefully I won't. There'll be good whatever good without any technology problems anyway. So hey, the Lindas are here and Dawn. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking just in case we do have issues. I do want to remind you for tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays, in case I forget that at the end. I'm going to show the new Aretha Blooms kit. So I'm going to try to tape that and hope it works. So that's my Teach Me Tuesdays tomorrow. Also, I'm going to pick the first name for my $1 million giveaway. I have my $1 million sales coming up. So I've been doing like a drawing. So it will be the first name that I'm going to pick. So make sure you come back tomorrow. Okay, just in case I forgot to say that. All right, so let me turn the camera so there's no editing today. So if I boo-boo, it's live for real. All right, so I hope I don't miss any questions. And so anyways, all right, so it's been a while since I've done a live. All right, so we are using the adorable owls. Now this is available during celebration. You can grab this till they run out. I have a feeling it won't make it till the end of the month because they're super, super cute. I also am going to be doing this as a class in the mail kit for April. So if you do miss it, you'll be able to get that in April. If you already have it, you can certainly switch out the stamp set. We're also using watercolor pencils, and this is my Mimeograph Monday with a twist. So I'm going to do 2 cards, and the first one will be this card right here, the cute little owls here, and this is just a little celebration catalog, and I just love this one. So this is the one I'm going to do. The first one will be this is how I think it was done in the catalog. Here's my little recipe, and that helps me figure out where, what to be used. And all right, so let's get to the card. We're also using tailor-made tags die and the new Marigold Moments, and we're using this scallopy die there. Okay, so this is a note card size. Now a note card, I have it in just a regular envelope, but a note card is 3.5 by 5. They come in this little packet here, so you get the cards and the envelopes. They're already scored, so I'm using those today. And we're using Balmy Blue. We're also using I had to open up a new package since I had to redo this video. The Rain or Shine, so it's getting even heavier because I needed another sheet with the clouds and stuff. All right, so we're using that. Okay, so let's get started. So hopefully I don't miss any questions. If I do, then please ask them again so I can answer you. And if you are watching the replay, you can always ask them down below in the comments, and then YouTube will tell me that you had a question, and then I can respond to you. All right, so this is the note card. Now this is the catalog version, and they put the Balmy Blue right onto the note card, so you don't even see the note card. I know, Linda, I'm so excited for that milestone. I mean, who would have thought almost 24 years ago when I joined just for the discount that I would be soon celebrating this milestone. So you can read more about it, and I will put the link below with the supply list and everything that I'm using today. But I will put the link to the blog post where you can leave a comment to have your name put in. And then, of course, as you order, you'll be earning getting your name in the hat as well. And like I said, if you're just joining me, I will be picking at least the first name. I've had a few orders come in today, so that might, you know, depending on how the day goes, maybe I'll be picking 2 names tomorrow. But so make sure you come back tomorrow. What's even better is if you subscribe so you don't miss out. Okay, so this is just a piece of basic white, and then I just cut that little cute little scallop on the bottom. And then I'm just using the Tombow glue. Now this is the green glue that we have in the catalog. It looks like this. And I just put it in this little bottle. So I get that question all the time. So I have been busy. This weekend was getting boxes ready. Today I was finishing up the spring social boxes. And I'm so excited to get those out and go and off to their new owner. So those will probably go out Tuesday or Wednesday. So if you did not get signed up for my spring social, make sure you follow my blog, or make sure you sign up for my newsletter so that you don't miss out on my class in the mails. Because I do class in the mail kits every month, and that's the when I was mentioning the owls, so that will be April. My March class is the Share a Milkshake bundle, and it's super cute. Okay, so I have just put that on with some glue dots. Ahead of time, I did my little parakeet piece with the Versamark pad just to save some time. I did this earlier. So I have the Versamark pad, and I just use my white embossing powder, and I heat set that. So we have our tag. And then when I was reading the directions, when I was figuring out what I needed, I saw that they used crumb cake cardstock. And I was like, crumb cake? And I was like looking all over. I was like, is there a layer of crumb cake that I don't see? But then when I got looking even better, I could see that what it was that the little owls, now I need to wash my owl because when I do my twist, I'm not going to use the stays on. All right, so hang on a second. Let me wash my owl. So the little owl is actually stamped on the crumb cake. So he looks so cute. All right, so I just got him washed. Because when I do my twist, I'm going to use the Stampin' blends. So we're going to use Memento. So I just want to make sure I get my stays on all the way washed off of there. All right. Now, I'm using the watercolor pencils, and these are assortment number 1. We have 2 different assortments. So this is assortment number 1. And I would never have thought to do it on the crumb cake. I don't know why. But once I started coloring him on the crumb cake, I was like, he looks so cute, because that crumb cake, since it's kind of back there, it just makes him a little bit darker. The watercolor pencils are so easy to use. I'm not even using a blender pen or anything like that, or a water painter. I'm just simply coloring them like you would when you were in school. You know, you used pencils to color or a crayon, and that's simply all I'm doing. And this is the early espresso that comes in that assortment number 1. Let me see if I'm missing any questions. Hey, Louise and Cindy and Carla and Virginia. All right. So that's one thing I don't get to do. I don't get to actually verbally say hi. All right. So this is just the early espresso pencil that's in that assortment 1. And I'm just simply coloring and getting that color on there. Ooh, gotta remember his ear over here. Now, just like I do with the blends, if we want to make it darker in certain areas, just take that same pencil. I'm going to go over in an area and I'm just going to press just a little bit harder. And that's just going to add a little more pencil. Maybe the ear hole will make that a little darker. And that way it's just not all one brown. So, and then you can just sharpen, you know, just with a pencil sharpener as this gets duller and duller. But just add a little bit more just by pressing hard. And it's just so easy to use these. Now, like I said, I'm just coloring them regular. You can activate them more and make the color even more intense if you add a water painter to them or a blender pen. But I am just doing it right with the pencil. So see how cute? Just adding that little bit of dark just gives their owl some definition. Also, by using the crumb, we can add some white. So we're going to take the white pencil and we're going to add white on the belly and white around the owl's eyes. And because we did it on crumb, you can still kind of see that crumb underneath there, but it makes that white show up even better. So there we have. So look how cute that little bit of a white belly and the little white around the face. These owls are adorable. Louise, I need to get your email address if I don't have it, because I have a couple questions about our trip, our incentive trip to Norway. We go to Great Britain to catch the ship. So I have a couple questions. All right, so look how cute that little owl is. We want pumpkin pie. Doesn't that look cool, Carla? So when I did my twist card, I did it totally different. I'm using the blends. I used white paper instead, so it did give it a different look. All right, so there's pumpkin. Now, one thing they did different than what I've been doing is I've been leaving this area around here white, and they actually put yellow. So we're putting some yellow. And this, to me, almost made the eyes look like they were glowing. So it was kind of cool because I'm like, well, an owl's eyes probably do kind of glow. And then they made the pupil or whatever, the eye color, green. So now these two owls are twins, so they're colored the same. And then when I did my twist card, I did my owls different, so they look different. Okay, so here's our cute little owls. So let me cut them out. So there is no die, but they don't take very long to cut out. And I can't even fast forward it because this is live, people. All right, so I am just taking my scissors. I cut a lot of that cardstock off of it around just so there's not a whole lot catching the scissors. Sometimes I find that they catch on that bolt or the nut or whatever. So if you cut it away, it makes it a lot easier. But they're pretty easy to cut out. And since they're furry, you can just wiggle around like, so it's okay if they're not perfectly straight. Now, if Jeff was listening, he'd say they're feathery, not furry. All right. So we're just cutting these out quick. So thank you so much for joining me. This is the first card. So this is the catalog version. And I didn't even say what page it was. It was on page 4 of the celebration brochure. So celebration runs till the end of the month, but keep in mind, things will be running out And Stampin' Up! Has added some main catalog items just in case they do run out, or in case you have already got all you wanted from Celebration. Now there's catalog items you can pick instead. So that's pretty cool. All right. Our cruise is in May, Louise. So gosh, not that long. So I was looking at things to do while we're there. And there's like one tour that goes to, I think, Buckingham Palace and stuff. So I don't know what we're going to do yet. Because we do go in, what, a day and a half before we leave, just in case we had any issues like we have in the past with flights and missing the ship when it takes off. That was a fiasco, and we had to chase the ship to the first port one year. Oh, that was not fun. So now we always go in a day or two ahead of time. All right, so I'm just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle as I'm cutting. All right, almost. And then we can put the first card together. But I just love the look. Crumb cake is a fun color anyways, just because it's natural, right? It's just this natural kind of color. All right, but look how cute these little owls are, all colored and adorable. I am keeping this stamp set forever. Okay, so we are bringing our card over. Now what I want to do is I want to take my friend, and we are using this ribbon. So this is the Sahara Sand combo. So it actually has Old Olive. It's a 2-pack, but I used up all the olive, I think, for last month's guts. And I haven't done my guts yet for February, so I apologize. I just wanted to get all my spring social boxes done so that I could get them in the mail. All right, so let's see here. Hey, Leslie. The pencils are so fun, and I just don't play with them enough. So I'm just pulling this ribbon through that hole. Just be gentle. Just a little hole. Okay. So it's just going to be a little tab. Just a little tab sticking out. And then this is going to lay back here. So I'm going to take some glue dots and my pick tool to attach that. So I'm just going to lay a glue dot down, put the first ribbon down, because once it's glued to the card, it's not going to go anywhere. This is just going to keep them in position until I get the card done. All right, so let's cut our tails. I cut this way too long, but hey, I'm trying to get to 1 million. I need to order more ribbon. All right, so we have our My Friend. Now I'm going to be using, these are strips from a kit, and I just kept them. But we also sell these in the catalog, foam adhesive strips, and then you just cut them to the length that you want. So there's the same kind of thing, but these are just from, you know, an old kit that I'm just using up. So please make sure you use all your pieces of everything. And I'm just sticking them off to the side here. And then that will straddle that ribbon. And we'll stick this on the card. And then we'll put our cute little owls on. And then we'll get to the twist. So I'm going to put the little owls on with these same dimensionals, just so I can use them up with my nice Band-Aid on my finger. All right. So put those on there. We'll put this one on like that, as long as it's not showing. Now it's showing a little bit, so not a big deal. We'll just peel and trim. Now it's not showing. All right. And this piece. All right, so we'll put our cute little owls on, and then we can get to the twist card. I apologize. I'm probably missing questions The owls are cute. You're making 3 graduation cards for 3 grandkids. These owls are so versatile. They totally are. I had so much fun playing with them for my spring social. And that's why I decided, you know, I'm going to do them as a class in the mail too. So I have been grabbing, you know, extra sets for that class in April because I wanted to play with them more. All right. So we've got our cute little owls. So here is the first card. So this is the catalog version. And I think it turned out so cute. All right, so let's get to my twist. Now the twist is just, this time I didn't change it tons and tons and tons, but yet it looks different. Now usually when I do the twist and when it starts out as a note card, a lot of times I'll make it be a full-size card, but this time I kept it as a note card. Thanks, Linda, because I just liked that the little gnomes, I'm calling them gnomes, the little owls were snug on the card because the card is smaller. So if I did it as a full-size card, I would probably space them out a little bit more. Plus, I just liked the little size. So what I did was, I'm still using a note card. This time, I'm going to decorate the inside. So I didn't decorate the inside of the catalog one. And I'm looking for my seal. All right. So we're just going to put this on the bottom. Now, if you want to do any coloring, like if you want to stamp, like let's see here. Let me stamp the little owls we're going to color so that they can dry. All right. So I want the memento. So let's stamp these and we'll go back to the card. All right. So we're going to stamp the cute little owls. Now, I'm using the blends this time. So we need to use the memento ink. And then I'm just letting it soak in, you know, stamp and just kind of hold, let that ink, you know, soak into the paper. I also want to stamp this little guy. Now, will he fit on there? I'm going to turn him this way because I can see better. So we want this little guy, and hopefully he didn't hit that one. Nope. All right. Because I don't have a grid sheet under there. All right. And we also want this little guy. Okay. So if you wanted to put this cute little guy on the inside, you would stamp him on here and color him before you would stick it to the card. Because I have a lot of people go, why do you put, if the card's white, why are you still putting a white piece? And I just, you know, have gotten the habit of doing that. But if you do want to stamp something and color it, you know, the blends will bleed through that cardstock. This way, if you're putting it on here and then you glue it, it's not going to go through here. If I stamp the owl on this paper and then color them all cute, it's going to bleed through the back of the card and look kind of tacky. So this way, I, you know, can stamp them on there and I would glue it later. But I'm keeping these just as note cards so I can write on them later. So I'm not putting anything on the inside. Now, another thing that I did different with this one was I cut the DSP down lower. So the first card got the clouds, and then the next card got where it started to show the daisies. I also made this, I wanted my, my scallops to have some color. So I put the scallops on, I cut out, you know, this paper. So I'm going to glue this on and then we'll trim. I also cut my balmy blue a little smaller so that I could see the card behind it. So the other card, that balmy blue was trimmed right to the same size as the note card. So you didn't see the note card from the outside. It just looked like a blue card. Where this one, I want to be able to see, you know, to see the note card. So it kind of has a frame. So I cut my balmy blue layer a little bit smaller. All right, so I'm still going to attach this with some dimensionals, and I'm just letting my owls just dry really well before I start to color, just in case. I hate to color immediately. I like to let my black ink dry. All right, so we're going to put this on here, just like the other one, where you can see a little bit of the balmy blue on the top. And then we'll stick this on the card. Like that. But isn't this cute just by itself? You could put a greeting on this. It wouldn't be this greeting, but you could put a greeting on that and be done because it is so adorable all by itself. All right, so let's get to our cute little owls. So I have my blends here. And I want to make this card be kind of like these two are on a date. So I have my light polished pink, and we're going to use the bow ties off of these little owls, and we're going to put them on our flying owls. So we have light polish, dark polish, and then of course I have to use my favorite parakeet. So then we're going to go parakeet on the other tie. And then we'll cut these out and put them on our other little owls. And then this is the dark parakeet. All right, so I'm just going to cut these guys loose. I promise they didn't feel a thing. All right, so now we're going to color our cute little owls. So I want to make these owls look different than each other. So we're going to make this the little girl, and I'm going to use my light freesia and my light Highland heather. So I have used these colors together a long time. Hey, Judy and Denise. I'm like missing. I hope I don't miss any questions. If I do, because I am actually live for real today, so I'm doing this at the same time, so I might miss your question. Just because I had taped this video, and for some reason, I couldn't edit it. I couldn't, and I did my eyeballs totally wrong. Oh my gosh. I'm like, why didn't somebody say you're coloring the eyes wrong? All right, let's just stamp another one. It's only paper. It's only paper. I was like, why does that look so weird? And I'm like, well, no wonder. See, I can't stamp and talk. So we are going to let her dry, and we'll go to the boy. Oh my gosh. She looks like she might have been into something with those big purple eyes. Okay, so let's go. We'll start the boy. So anyways, so I had this video all the way done, and for some reason my editing program didn't like it. I even tried to upload directly to YouTube without editing, and it didn't even like it. So I really don't know what I did different that I have not done that I did with all my other ones, but I think I might have to bite the bullet and get a new computer this year. Okay, so Tahitian. So I want the boy's eyes to be blue. So I just used the Tahitian light and dark. Let's do the girl again with the right colors. All right, so we're going to go light freesia and light Highland. And I use these colors together all the time because I like how you can really see a definite line between the two. Because the dark and light freesia, it wouldn't be as definite. So I don't know. I just always grab those two. Then we want to make sure we use some light gray granite. Let me bring him down here. The light gray granite just around the eyes. Yes, he had a rough night. I might do something with that one with the purple and make it more like a steampunk kind of owl. if there's time and I still have good, maybe I'll do it at the end of the video. All right, so here is, that will be definitely spur of the moment. All right, so I just put a little gray granite just in the corners of the eyes, and then that just makes this look white, but it would still have a little bit of definition. Okay, just remind me. I'll put it here, or I won't remember. If I forget, that's okay. All right, so then we did that. So now I want pumpkin pie. Like pumpkin pie. And so Rhonda, you said you're late, but it's okay. Sleepy Owl. Okay. So, Rhonda, I was going to text you, but now that you're here, your spring social box is ready to pick up whenever you want it. So just let me know though, so that I'm able to put it out for you. All right. So this is light pumpkin. And then we're going to do dark pumpkin. So I didn't change those colors. That's the same colors I did in the pencil, just because I think they should have, you know, pumpkin feet and a pumpkin beak. That's just me. All right. Now I am, like I said, I'm going to not only change their eye colors, I'm going to change their body colors as well. So let's do their cheeks. So we're going to do Flirty Flamingo, little cheeks. You know how I always like to put that Flirty Flamingo on there. All right, so Flirty Flamingo. Oop, I forgot her ear holes. All right. Now, the little girl, I'm going to use Petal Pink for around her face and her belly because it's a little bit lighter. So this is dark petal. And then for the boy, I'm going to use Pale Papaya. So it's still kind of similar to this color, but it's just a little bit darker. All right, so this is dark and light petal pink on the little girl. Just because I didn't, the other two are twins. I wanted these two to look like different owls. Okay, so then the boy, like I said, I'm going to do dark Pale Papaya. So this is dark. I still go over the flirty just to kind of soften it, but it's still underneath there. So this is dark pale. And then we'll do it with light. So you can see there's just a little, like a subtle difference between those two. I find that Pale Papaya, I can smell it more than the other one. I always say I've got a fierce nose. I can smell anything. All right, which is not always a good thing. All right, so this is light Pale Papaya, and that just makes their faces a little bit different. All right, so not only am I doing that, their bodies as well. So the little girl, I'm going to do my favorite. Oh, enhance her eyelashes. Ooh. All right, so 600. So we're going to go 600 and 400 for the little girl. I could put some, oh, I know what I'll do. Instead of, I'm afraid I'll mess her up if I draw on there. So what I'll do is I'll take some Pool Party and I'll give her some eyeshadow. How's that? So we'll put a little bit of blue eyeshadow over her eyes. How's that? Can you see that? Whoops, wrong way. Oh, see? Oh, I guess you can, yeah, you can see it a little bit. So she's got a little eyeshadow on there. All right, so let me go back to coloring. So 600. And then we'll color the little boy. So I do 600 and 400. They come from a different set of the tones, but I love using them together. When I did a bunch of the cute little with the dog and the kitty cat, I used these colors together a lot. And then this is just the 400, just to add a little dark, like around her nose, around the eyes, and just put a couple little dots, and that will just add a little bit of texture to our little girl. So she's kind of feathery looking. All right. And then let's do the little boy. So I wanted him to be, so can you see it, Carla? It's probably hard to see because Pool Party is just one of those ones that does not want to show. And I don't want to give her, I don't want to put Tahitian blue because that would be too bright. And then, oh my gosh, what was that show where that guy was in the office and then the secretary had the really, really dark blue eyeshadow? I don't want her to look like that. All right, so this is light smoky slate. I know some of you, well, somebody's got to know the answer to that one. I think the guy does Prices Right now. Drew, that's what's sticking in my head. Drew, something Drew. Is that even right? I don't know. It'll come to me. But it was a funny comedy show. All right, so this is light smoky slate. And then we'll do dark. Drew Carey. Yay, I knew somebody would know. And then what was the girl's name? Because she had that bright, bright eyeshadow. All right, so this is dark. Pool Party. So we'll do the same thing. We'll put some dots just to make them look kind of furry or hairy, whatever, feathery. So I'm just putting a little bit of the dark just so it looks feathery. All right, so there's our cute little owls. Let me pick them up so you can see them. So there's our cute little owls. My right hand, but it looks left when I'm looking at it on my computer. So I always move things to the wrong side. It's like when we used to back the trailer up when we farmed as a kid, and I would hit I didn't have to do it very often because I wasn't very good, but you would have to turn the wheel the opposite way how you wanted the trailer to go, and that's just, it was too hard for my mind. So I remember banging into the trailer that I was trying to load feed into. I don't know. It was a long time ago. All right, so I'm just cutting out our little owl and jabbering. Oh, I'm on the big TV. Hey, Wendy. I hope it's good and clear. I had to do it live, so I hope I'm not bad technology, view-wise. So I don't know what was going on, but I was like, well, I'm just going to have to go live today. All right, so there's the cute little boy, and that's the little girl. And then I got to remember, I also need to cut out my bow ties. So the little bow tie, the green bow tie goes on our boy. Hey, Jean. All right, so let's see here. I do like that eyeshadow, though, on our little girl. I could have, well, no, she has purple eyes, so I don't want to put purple eyeshadow. Then it'll look like I just went out of the line or something. All right. So then we'll cut the little girl, and then we'll put her card together. So I had even fast forwarded through some of this cutting for you, but hey, Mimi, that's it. I knew somebody would know. And then as soon as you read it, you go, how could I forget that? And she had that bright blue eyeshadow. So this is a little more subtle on our little girl. All right. So these two are going on a date. Maybe they're going to a movie. Sit up in a tree and watch a movie at the drive-in. They probably don't have to pay any tickets. They're cheap dates. All right, so almost, and then we'll cut out her little bow. I also use different ribbon on this card than the other card. Okay, what a mess. All right, let's do her bow. Okay, and I also want to put some gel pen. Put that so I don't forget. All right. All right, so there's her little bow. So let's bring our card over. All right, so this time for this card, I'm going to use the Balmy Blue and White ribbon. Since we use Balmy Blue cardstock. All right. Oh, I'm sure Denise, I'm sure that Jeff will not let me back up his boat. And I will be like, that's fine. I'll just sit in it while he does all that. All right. I'll just hold the anchor. I don't even know if it has an anchor, so we don't go floating out. All right, so I'm just pinching this. Now, this is a little bit bigger of a tag because my hoot hoot, you're so cute, is a little bit bigger of a greeting. So it gives my hole a little bit bigger. But I'm going to do the same thing. I like that idea of just that little bit of ribbon sticking out. So I might have to do that more often. So I'm going to do the same thing. Hey, Barbara. All right, so I'm just going to put my glue dot down. So just like I did before, now lay that ribbon in there. And we'll use the same strips to put it on the card. All right. So cut and cut. All right. I'm just tossing stuff off to the side. All right, so let's get these strip things that I have. I can't even remember what kit these came from. All right, so stick that on there. These are perfect length. Okay. Put this on here. I do love that that checkerboard under there with the yellow. It just makes it so cute. All right, so I'm going to come up a little bit because I don't want to cover all of the checkerboard. I want to be able to see it. And then let's put our little owls on. And I'm just going to use these same strip dimensionals, and except they're too long. Hang on a minute. I should have cut them. All right, so put these on there. Like that. And we're almost done. Except if you want me to steampunk that one up, I can try. I mean, like I said, it won't be perfect because it's just going to be me, you know, thinking up the top of my head. But it kind of reminds me of Alice in Wonderland or something. Okay, so we have our cute little girl. So these two are going on a date. Are they from the thank you kit? They might have been, Wendy. When we had I'm just trying to think. It was definitely a kit because we needed these strips. Okay, so here's a cute little girl. So she's just flying right there. And then the little boy is going to be holding her hand. So they're going on a date. So there he is, escorting her to the movies. Now let's put these on, and this makes them even more like a little girl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gel pen. Now, if you did the spring social, you have a gel pen in your goodie box. So I'm just putting some little freckles on their cheeks. I'm also just going to put some little dots on the bow. So let that dry before I mess with it, or I'll smear all that. Now the gel pens, I wish Stampin' Up! Still had a gel pen, but we don't. And so I just grabbed those off of Amazon. All right, so the glue dots are a little bit too big. So can you see it sticking out? Maybe you can't. So I just fold it back on itself, and then it fits perfectly. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. So see how you can see that color coming through? So that's what would happen on the back of that card if we didn't put the inside of that, the inside of the card that I did here, if we were going to stamp on there. All right, so let's put a little bow in her hair. And there is that one. All right, so let me show you the card. So there's catalog version and my twist. Let's see, I have to go this way. There we go. So catalog, look at this mess. So catalog version and my twist. They're both adorable. Oh, she needs a gemstone on her bow. Oh, that would be cute, wouldn't it? That would be adorable. A little gem on there. All right, so let's bring this little owl over. Color his eye purple where it was supposed to be white. So let me just mess with it a little bit. Try to like steampunk it, if that's even a word. Now, doesn't steampunk mean metal or something? All right, so let's put some green in the eye. And we're just gonna make this little owl. I don't know if I'll even do anything. Might just be cut out and sit on my desk. All right, so let's see here. We also, if we're gonna make her crazy, let's see, this is stress. Oh, you love my date story? So mine are brighter. So that's as far as I got, because I don't want to mess her up, because I want to play with her a little more. But so the little purple eyes aren't that bad, really, once you put that green. So I'm just going to play with her and try to come up with something. It might not be right today, just because I need to get the spring social boxes in the mail. I need to also type up the supplies that I use today. So those will be below the video. So like I said, I had to redo my video, and we were live today. So let me know what you think. All right, let me say see you later, alligator. So thanks so much for sticking with me for a live. Let's see if I have any questions. Both kind of cute. However, your twist always does the catalog card. Oh, thanks, Rita. This one, there wasn't tons different with this one, was there really? Except just that brighter color. But just, I love adding that little bow because it just makes them more like a boy and a girl. But yeah, so hopefully they enjoy their movie date. And anyways, all right. So I'm going to say see you later. And I will see you tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays, episode 146. I'm going to do the new wreath kit that's just available. I'm also going to pick the first winner from my $1 million countdown. Like right now, as I speak to you, I just have one person to pick, depending on how the orders go. I've had a couple orders come through today. Depending how the day goes, if I get some more orders, maybe I'll pick 2 names tomorrow, but there's going to at least be one. So make sure you join me tomorrow. That's 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. So thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I will try to read back your comments. It takes a little bit for it to show up, for it to process and everything. So if there is something you need right away, please make sure you leave a comment or email me like directly. Okay, so I'm gonna stop blabbing. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, bye for now.